Now we gotta do something. I gotta do something about it. Me and you in the parking lot, 3 o'clock. You try to run, I'll track you down. You go to a teacher, it'll be even worse. You and me, 3 o'clock. He just walks away from it, and you feel very sorry for Casey Masco because damn. And granted, people will argue, oh, but he touched them in the bathroom, you know, because the whole thing. He didn't touch his dick or nothing like that, but he just tried to tell him, look, no hard feelings. Forget I mentioned, and he just patted him on the shoulder, and Buddyville, you don't do that with. So he gets in this bad predicament and stuff, and the school reacts to it. Like you have these two guys who are film students who want to document him throughout the whole movie and everything like that, and follow him around on the camera. He goes to a biology class. He watches some kind of nature thing going on with a scorpion killing an insect, and he imagines himself in a situation that he has to go to the bathroom, and the camera guys follow him in there. He goes, "Look, guys, this is my life we're talking about here. Oh, come on, pain is temporary, film is forever." See, it's a lot of fun shit. And then he's out he bumps into Buddy once again. This time with Vince and Bree, and I believe Franny with him, and tries to see if he could, talk Buddy out of not doing the fight. Buddy goes, "No matter what you do, no matter what you say, me and you're gonna fight at 3 o'clock." I look silly doing it, but he does it way better than me. I got nothing on Richard Tyson, man. That's an intimidating motherfucker. So while that's happening, his buddy Vince was looking at his combination from his locker, from Buddy's locker, and he sees Jerry's on the hallway there a little later on, and he sees Vince trying to open the locker. And his plan is he's gonna plant a switchblade in there, in the locker, along with an anonymous note on the principal's office, played by John P. Ryan, his Principal O'Rourke, saying that Buddy this guy, Buddy Revere, has the switchblade, and I just want to report this, and he'll be out of the school before 3 o'clock. But then he opens up the locker, and Vince throws the switchblade in there, and Jerry gets mad. "Look, take it out of there. He's going to know it was me. All right? It's not going to work. Now, you got about 1 minute to open that locker. If not, you're going to people on this hallway, clean Buddy Revere. Now open his locker." And he couldn't open the locker, and he's like, "Oh, shit." Then he tries to go. He's at a kind of like a little rally they have there for the football or whatever like that, where they're beating up this mask. I don't know, this mannequin that's dressed up like with gridiron gear or whatever, and they're hitting it. And the way it's done, Buddy Revell looking at him, very good artistic look. And they knock the head off, and next thing you know, the head lands right next to Jerry, and Jerry sees the skeleton, and he just bugs out and runs to the bathroom. Or he tries to go off the campus and drive off and go home, which that doesn't work because he shows up there, and it turns out on the steering wheel is the switchblade with a note on it. "When the bell rings, you're mine. 3 o'clock." Then he tries to start the car. The car doesn't start. It comes in, the fucking engine is fucked up. So this guy, forget it, it's like. And then you have the school security, some guy called the Duker, who's played by the great Mitch Pileggi, who will go on to be Horace Pinker himself, who will go on to be in the X-Files. Good actor. And it comes out to be like an asshole to Casey Shamasco. "What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be in class?" Oh, I'm having problems with my car. I have to go off campus. I just need to go there and get help. Go to the office, get help." "Oh, okay, go ahead." So Mitch Pileggi knows something strange. Wants to give him a lift. Jerry tries to run, and Mitch Pileggi catches him, sees the note, throws the note away, and goes to the school disciplinary dean. Real weird motherfucker. Goes to his office. He has like stuffed bear heads on his wall and everything. Very good camera shot. The way the camera moves, almost like Coen Brothers before Coen Brothers. Like, I don't know. Somebody said Guy Ritchie kind of stole some of these camera moves that the director does in this film or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. But I like this better than Guy Ritchie's movies. I'm sorry, I do. So he pretty much, tries to explain to the dean of this what's going on and stuff. They don't believe him. They think it's bullshit. So he's the man against the world. And then he comes up with another idea to go see this football player that he's known from way back when. And Vince goes and starts a fire, breaks a fire alarm to get everybody out in the yard so you can find out who this guy is. A guy named Craig Maddie or whatever. Who the actor is played by, I know I recognize this actor. Actor is played by Mike Jolly, who would go on to be Brad Dourif's right hand, who co-starred with Brad Dourif in Fatal Beauty and stuff. Decent actor, not too shabby. Kind of like, a little tough guy. Got like a little voice like a tough guy, but I buy him and stuff. And Jerry asks him for help to get Buddy off his ass, but Maddie tells him, Craig tells him pretty much, oh, I could do it, but you give me $450, I could do it. And he will never bother you again. So since Jerry works at the student store and they have that money in the register, he decides to go in there and get the money. But the problem is the register gets stuck. It's a bad register, so you get a lot of weird shit that you're like, oh, this fucking guy. Hey, he tries to open the register, he takes the pen breaks. And then it's weird. He takes a big globe. He tries to hit the globe on the register and the fucking globe explodes. I'm like, oh, he just gets mad. Then he takes one of those big fire extinguishers, metal fire extinguisher, big motherfucker. And he tries to make a running pass out and go boom, boom, boom. And the register, nothing happens. Next thing you know, the thing goes off on his shh. He fucks up the whole store. You're like, oh, this poor schmuck. Oh, God. But this thing could happen, though. I mean, this is more extreme than others, you know? Especially if you see Buddy Revell, if you see Richard Tyson in the film, you know, like, that's a building you're going to have to fight. That's David and Goliath, the real story. So, he gets the money after fucking up the store unintentionally. Gives the money to Craig Maddie, and he asks him, what are you going to do? He's at lunch. So he tells Vince, and is at the library. And everybody remembers the scene who's seen the film. They're watching from a couple of shelves down. Craig Maddie goes to Buddy and pretty much tells him, hey, Buddy, remember me? I know you. We played football against each other. Yeah. And he just gets up, stands in front, and goes, yeah, you were the puss that bled. I heard you giving my friend Jerry Mitchell a hard time. And Buddy's like, it's gonna get even harder. Look, you are not gonna go near him. You got that asshole? And he's cold-blooded, man. He breaks the guy's finger. And Buddy punches him, busts his front teeth, his nose, into the bookshelf. And you got a domino effect. Boom, 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 boom. And then all the way to the end of the show, you see Vince and Jerry like cowering down. Like, and then, once again, Richard Tyson did a good job. He goes with the bloody finger. Shh. And then walks out, and then cuts away. You see Jerry throwing up. Which I can relate to a little bit, you know, because I'm stressed out or aggravated about something. So he gets half of the money back. Vince has half of the money back from Craig Maddie. He gives him $100 for the trouble. And he kind of has an argument with Vince. Jerry has an argument with his buddy. Because he kind of blames him because he's the one that got assigned to him to do the little report on or the interview thing on Buddy. And him trying to plant the knife in the locker. And now how disciplinary dean is on his ass and stuff. And how he's having all this shit going on. So he walks out. Then his little sister gives him a good idea to try to get himself thrown in detention after school. Because everybody's expecting him to be there at 3 o'clock doing Buddy. You're in detention. He can't get to you. So his next class is, I guess, some class from this teacher, very hot teacher, man. Woo, Miss Farmer. I think she's played by. I want to get the actress right who played her. I think she did a very, very good job. And if I could find, I just seen. Where the fuck did she go? I guess I do a full cast. Ain't this a bitch? No, she ain't a bitch. We're just saying that. Gotta look for things here. Let's see. Catalina O'Henley, who plays Miss Farmer. Well, I don't think she went out to do much, but she's a hottie, you know, glasses and stuff. I have a soft spot for women with glasses and accents sometimes, and some knockers if possible. If no knockers, okay. As long as they go take care of me and do my laundry. Yes, and cook some food if possible. Way the man's heart is still his stomach, believe it or not. And some sex too, but so then the score by the film is by Tangerine Dream, and you know these guys done score for a lot of films during the 80s. I mean, I could spend the whole video talking about a lot of scores I like that these guys have done. Tangerine Dream, which sounds very similar to Risky Business a little bit. That score when he goes up in class, because she basically tells him to go in front of class and talk about a book he's read. So what he does is he steals somebody's cigarettes, somebody's glasses, chews gum, and then spits the gum out of the garbage can. And then he goes, you know, what, am I supposed to tell you about a book I read? What for? You guys want books, you're supposed to read them. Why I gotta go tell you about a book I read? You want to know about the book? Read it yourself. Jerry, I don't think that's right appropriate. Well, wait a minute, I'm not finished. You want me to tell you because I can't tell you about a book I read? Ha, 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 ha. He just goes nuts. And you're with him throughout the whole, you're with this poor guy throughout the whole adventure of this film, man. Spielberg is a fucking prick for taking the name off this film, really. If it had to do with that, or it had to do with the fight that the director had with one of the execs at Universal, Spielberg should at least got on the director's side, you know, at least try to get the movie out there regardless. Regardless of what the fucking fight was about, who knows? And shit, it was one of these execs like the ones they got now at fucking studios. Don't film this movie like this. Do it like that. I want this. I want that. And film, and the director was be like, oh yeah, and you want this. Yes, you want. Shit. That's probably what happened. Maybe.